You listening to RockSlamRadio.com. From all studios to the world, we bring you the finest in quality entertainment. So grab a groupie, throw some horns, and settle in for another fine show from RockSlamRadio.com.
Hey, people around the world, this is David J. Rocks the J Radio Show here on Rock Slam Radio, proudly brought to you by Talkwad Network. Please check out other shows with the Talkwad Network at www.talkwad.com. Very pleased to be here tonight. You know, a great Sunday night with a marvelous guest from around Tampa Bay and from all the lands around. Who knows? I don't know. We've got the great, our major diva here, Wendy LaForce, man. She goes back to when she started singing when she was 13. We've got the great Steve Hernandez, Tampa Bay Sound and Production.
What's up? What's up?
And Nicole Cagnati, man. She's a guitar teacher and who knows what, songwriter, man. I think she's a big songwriter for Wendy, yeah, you know. So it's so good to have the group here. And I love to have a lot of people on the show here on David J. You know, we do the usual news items, and that will be abbreviated tonight. We're going to have a lot of live. I know I really set for it. And Wendy, man, she's a songbook in and of herself. Man, she has so many songs.
You're too nice, David.
She is amazing in that. I know there was some ups and downs at the one club, Jackson, and hopefully that gets straightened out. But I mean, I've met a lot of great musicians come in there on a small venue scale on that. So we'll see how that goes. But a little bit more talk before I get into news. I want to have my marvelous guest, and I am so pleased here to have Wendy LaForce, and she wants to share, what's going on in her life or anything that is exciting to her, not exciting, anything that's happening anywhere, any gossip, any low-end area, but, it's stuff.
What about me is not exciting?
Oh, come on, man. On Facebook, I love reading your post on Facebook and all, especially going back in time when you started singing and that you were in church activities. You started as a teenager and all, and just carried it on through to a tremendous level here. I mean, she gets on the stage and she's very dynamic in that with a major group of players that are a variety of players that come and go. So she fits in just about with any band possible. Also, I believe you're doing a cruise ship activity too. She's the skipper of the ship. Oh yeah.
Well, I do that a little bit actually. Actually, I took a full-time gig on the Starlight Sapphire. It's a dining cruise out of Pasadena, and it's working out really well, really well. It does give me a little bit of time to do a little bit of extra stuff, but nothing like what I used to. So.
How is well, man? Well,
very well.
Well, am I fed, man? Am I digging it? Are the people related? And do I get a piece of the action, baby?
10%.
Well,
oh yeah,
no.
That's my line.
The businessman over here.
Oh,
yeah.
You can ask Steve about the 10%.
Oh yeah.
Steve, what do you do? Let's talk about Steve.
He's my secretary, and he just
He's my
calls me every 5 minutes
Oh yeah.
and asks me for advice. No, actually, Steve is amazing. Actually, we've worked really, really hard to get this all together, and things are really starting to pop on the wedding and DJ end, and he's killing it.
Tampa Bay Sound and Production. This is our year.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking forward to it.
I really feel that way. I met Steve and Bill Saratello last year, and I really vibed with the guys in that. And I was thinking Bill might be good coming on, but I know he's got Full Tilt. He's got his band going around town. Yeah, part of Tampa Bay Sound and Production, I do believe. Isn't that correct, Steve?
Yep, that's correct.
And he's over there on the front post quite a bit. I'm trying to get over there, man. I see that. Last time I was over there, I said, oh, man, that place, oh, God, it's so old, though. In that little corner, I felt so sorry for all the players that were over there. I was there one night, and, I hadn't been
But
back.
at the front porch?
Yeah, it's that old Florida house and all.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
anyway,
It's a cute little spot, though.
I hear there's
It
a lot
is.
of cool people there and very knowledgeable musicians and so forth. So, if you get a chance to get over there.
Yeah, if you get a chance to see Full Tilt,
Yeah.
don't hesitate.
We're
Some
still
good
over there
stuff.
at the front porch every third Friday of the month, so plenty of opportunity to come out.
Bill, if you're listening, call in, man, and heckle me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
We need some hecklers.
That's right.
And Nicole, we don't want you to be too quiet over there. You just jump right in there and kick our butts anytime you want.
I have lots to say, but it'll come in time. I'm Nicole. Hi, everybody. Nicole Cognato. Let's all do it together. Ready? Cognato. Boom.
Solo mio.
Good luck on the
Oh, my
harmony,
friend.
bro. And you don't let Steve sing. How
Don't ever
dare
do that
you?
again.
How dare you?
Ever.
I'm Nicole. I am a music teacher. I am a songwriter. I am a professional musician, and I'm looking to start an original band as soon as I find some members who are digging my vibe.
Well, you know you have a singer, right?
Maybe you have to audition. I don't know. I don't know.
Excuse me.
We're gonna have to put you through the ringer first, and then.
Okay.
Just kidding. Wendy's awesome. If you don't know Wendy, you better ask somebody. Go to facebook.com/Wendy La Force, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
She has lots of funny things going on, great pictures of rock stars out there in Tampa Bay. Amazing. If you need something to do, just go to her page. She's going to tell you what's going on, what time it starts, and if she'll be there or not, right?
That's right.
Hello?
That's
Or
right.
better yet, come out Wednesday to Quaker Steak and see her on the stage.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We do have
Wednesday.
a show at Quaker Steak, don't we?
That's right. Tampa Bay Sound and Productions got Wendy LaForce with Tongue and Groove on the 16th, and then we'll be back
My
out there on the 30th
amazing
for Full Tilt.
Band.
Full tilt.
So we got 2 bike nights
Amazing.
that are going to kill it this month. So we're looking forward to that.
I know, Steve, you do a lot of the Battle of the Bands, and you got anything coming up with, groups of bands and
I
everything?
got a Battle of the Bands going on at the Taste of New Tampa, which is March 24th. And then Big Brother is going to be headlining that show for us. I got 4 bands coming in to battle all throughout the day. Starts at 12 o'clock, ends at 6.
Nice.
So we're going to battle for the first 4 hours. And then Big Brother, I don't know, he plays every Friday night at Ricky T's. They're a really good show. Marcus over there really
Oh,
jams
cool,
out.
man.
So.
Marcus is really wild, man.
Yeah.
Hey, can't we get them out, get on in March and that, or maybe in February, do some
Sure,
promo with the guys,
absolutely.
with the bands and everything, have them do a little bit of sample here?
Tampa Bay Sound and Productions got all kinds of options, brother. We can do whatever.
You know,
want.
don't, we got a live feed. Don't we have some radio out there and that, talking to the folks and that, maybe, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just a little bit of there and that. But I tell you, Steve has designed a major, like the staging out there is going to be great. You know, Steve, and we have a lot of restaurants that are going to sample their foods there. Steve is an amazing planner in that. I had the opportunity to sit in there with him. And, he's very astute business person, and Wendy's very accurate about that. So, there's a lot of people in the music industry, but some of us, focus on a lot of different things in that. And that whole business aspect, marketing, the networking is so powerful today. And as far as the independent artists go, we almost got to be techies, and I took it so far, and I don't really get into it. I want to do music and instrumentation, but people that are really into tech, and I had a little bit of help on some promo today on Facebook, and then as far as the pages go, and that your web pages and so forth, that you're able to promo and that.
Well, that's how we're stepping it up this year, brother. Glad you brought that up. We're going to be a tool for the local bands around here. If they need a promo made, we can help them out with that. We can we can do the demo. We can do posters for them. We can book gigs for them.
Yeah.
We're really the
One-stop
liaison
shop. That's
between
the best.
the venues and the artists. So we're looking forward to it.
Awesome.
And another thing, when I first met Wendy, at first it was Steve and Bill, and then I had a chance to go and watch Wendy perform. She got up there and she was really involved in the vocal intensely, and she could relate with all the guitar players, the drummers, and so forth. You fit in very nicely. And then she wanted to play guitar, man. That was so awesome to see her doing a solo stuff. It's so different.
I
How do
really
you feel
like
about
to do that
that?
in public. Not.
Yeah,
You're not supposed to tell anybody about
I
that.
know.
made
Why did you
everybody
tell
leave it.
everybody?
Why not now? Man, I got,
It's only us 4 in here.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you think we should punch David in the face, call
Come on now.
727
Hey, man, I gotta sing. I gotta sing. I keep bumping my head, man. I keep bumping my head trying to load stuff in that. It's bad enough carrying equipment in that.
Let's take a vote out there, Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
727-597-4022. Call us in and say, yes or no. Just kidding.
Smackdown or what?
No violence.
Well,
David,
maybe
I
I
will
better
thumb-
segue on that one. I better segue to Jimi Hendrix, man.
I will thumb wrestle
Woo,
you.
rocking it.
That's all right, David. I used your guitar and it was fun.
Yeah, I got a new one, man.
Yeah,
I
it
tell
was
you,
fun.
it's
black
signature
one?
by Dave Mustaine.
Nice.
Megadeth.
Mhm.
You know, and the thing is, it's lightweight Dean. And, you know, I was looking for a high quality Martin or Gibson, but I couldn't get a deal on my Parker P38, that solid body that I don't play that much. And they wanted to rip me in that. I'm telling you who in that, but I held up on that and went around and did some more shopping to, you know, try to find some pieces. I played that one on Sunday. Excuse me, on Saturday night at the Bunker Trey Amici with the Tour Literature Group, and so, you know, we had a good sound. I got that taped and so forth. But the pictures, I'm looking for my photographer. Sandra didn't show tonight, and that was doggone, man. She takes she's got some very special. Have you ever come across a photographer that can get you at the moment and time? And most of the
Yeah.
I mean,
have
it's
one,
such
actually.
an eye, and I'm begging, you know, whatever it takes. And that Sandra, if you're listening, please come on down. You know, you have an open invitation. Take pictures anytime you want at the studio and so forth. And people will be very happy with that. And the other thing was, you know, if I'm not playing this thing, we, you know, do that vocal. I'm trying to get my vocal up like as much as Wendy is, you know. So I expand my repertoire by doing the song tracks on the karaoke sets at all kinds of different clubs. That was the Rum Runners in Palm Harbor, and that. So I've expanded. Well, my first 3 songs one was Mick Jagger, Satisfaction. 2, Jim Morrison, Roadhouse Blues, and 3, Bob Dylan, Tangled Up in Blue. And to try to get that kind of mix and vocal is very difficult, you know, and especially in a bar. And it was really, that's one of my challenges, you know, always to be out there performing in front of people. And I know Wendy and Steve and Nicole are very into the live performance aspects here, and so you don't mind doing a guitar stand up and a vocal, do you, man? I'm gonna get back to that. Hell yeah,
I'm
man!
not sure if you can afford me there, Darryl.
Okay, that's true, man. Peanuts in here. Hey, sponsors out there, come on now. You know, this is the Dave J. Roxy J Show, man. We'll get some marvelous guests, yo. We need to get some sponsorship out there. Some of the clubs out there want to get promo, man. Get on down here. We'll get you some time advertising or sponsorship. If you have any questions for calling people, 727-597-4022 anytime during the show, and we'll put you on. All right, Steve, back to you, man. Some of the business aspects in music are pretty deep, and you know, people think you just go around and play around, and that is an easy gig. And now, you know, just give us a little background on the music scene there.
Well, now I'm on the scene, and I've taken Tampa Bay Sound of Production kind of to another level. I'm doing bookings not only in the Tampa Bay area, but also in my hometown, Pensacola. So, you know, I got artists working for me up in the Panhandle as well in the Bay Area. We're also working on creating a road through Gainesville, Jacksonville, Tallahassee, and Pensacola, and to bring artists back down. That way they can get out of town, make a little bit of money, get their music out, and vice versa from Pensacola down to Tampa and back up. So, like I said, we got a lot of big things. And speaking of a photographer, we got I'm looking with a couple of different photographers right now. I think we got one hemmed up, and she's basically going to be Tampa Bay Sound of Production's full-time photographer. So we're getting ready to let stuff out of the bag. We got some big things coming down.
Cool.
You know, Steve, I'm glad you mentioned the locations. I know I'm very familiar with Gainesville, lived there 5 years, that whole neck of the woods, you know, coming down through Inverness, Crystal River, down to Lecanto, down through Brooksville, that whole Highway 41. It's one of my Florida songs, and that's real interesting to the folks in that. I wanted to do that for the Will McLean Festival. To get into on stage, you have to have at least one original Florida song, and that's the one I use. So that whole neck of the woods is something that, you know, I know intimately from, you know, when I taught in Citrus County for 21 years, and then the music thing that's been coming on the last 8 years, trying to develop. And even today, I was in the Guitar Center on 19. I was buying the headsets at the apartment complex. Hey, man, you're too loud, man. I had a manager knocking on the door, and that, so I gotta check that. But, you know, I'm used to. I know it, man. I'm so bad.
Neighbors are annoying.
They love it.
sometimes.
Most of them, there's like always one, but you know, so
There's always one.
Yeah, I got the headset on, so I can, you know, but I have to be amplified. You know, once you get the straight acoustic is not enough to get the full, you know, detail of the sound. So I got the headset. But when I was over there, you know, I met some new musicians, and I'm looking for a guitar mentor right now to take me to another level. And that, you know, I had my mentor to begin with. Was Joe Kuchara, a jazz musician from New York. He was friends with Les Paul, and both of them passed away about within the same year. And I was, you know, I was there one week. I was there setting up for a show and a rehearsal in his house, and the next thing I knew, Dennis Miller from Channel 51 was coming in and telling me that he passed away, and I hadn't even had a chance to go see his funeral. I mean, I was like really shocked. I've been that way ever since. Joe's given me some items and that I have in my dwelling, and so it's kind of like a memorial. In fact, one of the chairs that we used to sit and chat with, he gave me, and so I get a chance to, it's just a vibe from that furniture, knowing and relating when Joe was here. So it's very difficult to find that kind of spiritual player. I mean, somebody that was in the 50s, and very skilled, and that you grew with for, I was with him 3 years before he passed, and now I'm looking for somebody else to take me. Maybe I can get 1/50th of Eric Clapton in some shape or form. I'm trying to get to you, but the thing is, I got to a certain point, and I'm one of the kind of guys that goes back to technology, that I'm not into sitting on a computer looking at the tablature and doing that on my own. I like to be with people and like to have a support from another player, and that's really dynamic, and understand what is happening in the music world, what people want to hear, and how it relates to what I'm playing when I audition and play for the mentor. To show him what I do naturally, with what I've learned in that. So, anybody out there that's very skilled, please call in also, and I'll set up an appointment to come see you and that. Cause I'm the kind of guy I'm constantly wanting to learn.
Well, yeah, it's very, very important. The musician family in here in Tampa Bay they're just wonderful, wonderful people, and willing to give up their time, gas money. I mean, quality of music is just phenomenal here. I mean, you just go around to some jams, listen to some people.
Oh, yeah.
There's a jam every night in Pinellas, in Pasco, in Hillsborough. Look it up and go. This is how you meet people, and that's how you network. And you wouldn't believe some of the things that you can see and hear. It's good stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, the musicians out there.
Yeah, I
Sing
know
live.
when he's guitar player, Mark Allen, right?
Yeah.
Amazing player, very interesting character, as well as laid back, very very patient individual.
Yes, he
and-
is. He's a music teacher. Yes, he does have a lot of patience.
and,
Sweetheart.
I noticed
He's a little
he
sweetheart, that
plays
guy.
a lot of quality guitars too,
Yeah.
man. He's
Yeah, you
He's-
came out to one of our jams at the Jack's joint.
Yep.
And we enjoyed having you out there, by the way. Unfortunately, that is on hold right now. The latest news for Jack's joint is they got a new owner over there. His name's Terry. And I talked to Terry. I DJ weddings and whatnot. And I do several weddings from Hudson down to Sarasota. Well, I talked to Terry, and we put the jam night on hold. He's doing some restructuring over there, which is good because service was an issue over there, and now it's not going to be an issue. I'm really excited. Somebody's really taking that place and doing something with it. But we are starting March 6th. Every Wednesday night, I'll be out there DJing bright and tight 80s night, baby.
Oh my God, I'm so going
Yes.
there.
I could
And
not
I'll be
wait for you
giving
to say
away
that again.
free.
Reaction.
I'll be giving
I
away
s-
free glow stick necklaces at the door.
well,
for
then I'll
sure.
be there.
Yeah, buddy.
Then I'll be there even more excited.
Black lights,
Oh,
you
man.
name it. It's on. Bringing my smoke machine, both of them.
I challenge
It's on.
all of Pinellas County to an 80s night dance contest.
It's on.
Winner gets a drink sponsored by Steve. Hurry up and get out there March 6th. Let's do this.
They get a whole tab, $50 bar tab. Forget about it.
I'm just trying to see who's going to come out.
Do they have $10 pitchers of margaritas there that night?
I don't know, but I'm sure we could arrange that.
Sure.
about $1 tacos, man. I like the
Those
We
are
did
$2
that. That was
tequilas,
the
man.
best.
I do love tacos.
Our jam was the best.
Ole!
Soft,
We had
hard,
Taco
whatever.
Tuesdays.
Whatever
It was
kind of
awesome.
taco's fine.
But getting it down to the idea,
The $80
that,
bar
well,
tab.
man,
I mean,
you
come
you got to eat, right? And that's the thing about independent
I'd
artists.
like
man.
80 tacos, please.
Yeah, independent artists need to be paid, and I understand, when you get a change in ownership and so forth, they may look at the music differently. I called up and I said, hey, what happened to the open mic? He says, well, if they show up, you can play. And then I say, well, what's that all about, man? What do you mean by that?
There was no communication. I'm not going to point fingers or anything, but there was a lack of communication between Tampa Bay Sound and Production and the venue itself. And it just, now there's new owners. I think Mike and Chris ran a good run with that bar. And, props to them. And it's good to see. It's always good to see new blood come into a bar and try and put some life into it. So it's got a great location. It's right there on 60 between McMillan Booth and 19. So You can zip right over from Tampa, come down from Pasco, come up from Pinellas, and especially on Wednesday nights in March, because we're going to be dancing our butts off from 9 to 1.
Jeez.
80s,
I'm
bright and tight.
I'm gonna start cutting up my shirts now. I'm gonna start getting them ready because I'm going every week. That's it.
Hey, you know,
Get my
I
leg
support those
warmers.
independent artists out
Get 'em on
there.
my
and-
leg warmers.
Yeah, people need to eat out there, you know, and so owners out there think about the equipment and experience it takes just to be perform on any aspect whatsoever. I know, you know, basically even my solo stuff, I'm carrying $2,000-3,000 worth of equipment. Not only right now, you know, 5 years on the scene, and then 3 years in instruction where I paid for private lessons. So, you know, the reason I do it, of course, is my passion, and is more so. It takes me in other areas that I wouldn't go if I was in a classroom with a structured pay scale. You know, I don't need that right now. I got money. I don't care. You know, I frankly don't care, but I do care about compensation. That's the American way, man. You know, and so you know, let's. You know, musicians are employees too. They're swinging guitars and not so much a hammer, but you know, I mean, I don't like the hammer, but anyway, hey,
Hammer
give
down.
us, you know, think about it, owners. Give us, you know, give us our due, and there's a lot of musicians out there you can choose from. So you know, more power to you. So I'm in there for the competition too. You know, if I don't perform the way I want to, man, I'm constantly working at it. You know. And that's why I'm always looking to better myself, because I'm trying to reach the highest levels possible. And again, number one, according to Rolling Stone magazine, is Jimi Hendrix, the greatest guitar player of all time. And you believe it or not, Jimi Hendrix has a track somewhere taken from his new album, People, Hell, and Angels, that can now be streamed online. The psychedelic blues jam track was recorded in 1968 as the guitar icon experimented with sonic directions for the follow-up to Electric Ladyland. It features Stephen Stills on bass and Buddy Miles on drums. Posthumous unheard record People, Hell, and Angels will be released on March 4th in a classic rock fan pack, which includes the full 12-track album, 124-page magazine, and a giant poster. So again, that's Jimi Hendrix. He's still got material coming out, you know, from past shows with amazing, you know, Stephen Stills and Buddy Miles on them. Still coming out with something new that people want to hear. That track is Somewhere. You can hear it on iTunes, but it is not on sale until March the 4th. Yeah, but you got to have a huge package for that, and it's really done well. So keep your mind out there open, and if you want to hear some new Jimi Hendrix, that was kind of apropos and supplemental to the Electric Ladyland. Check it out and go to your local stores and buy that package. Yeah. All right, back to Jimi Hendrix again. And one of the biggest items I saw before I get back to my guest is David Bowie has come back on the scene. You know, David Bowie had a heart attack in 2004. He ended public appearances 2 years, and this is how the article reads. Most importantly, in the last, and that's from 1/8/2013, Vice Connie says David Bowie releasing a real rock album. David Bowie producer Tony Visconti says surprise album the next day is a real rock record, despite the slow, introverted nature of first single, Where Are We Now? The icon astonished fans by releasing the new track and details of the full-length work on his 66th birthday. That was yesterday, being 1/7. Many believed he'd retired from making music. It had also been rumored that his health was failing after he suffered a heart attack in 2004, then ended his public appearances. But Visconti, who's now worked with Bowie on 13 releases, tells the BBC, we all know he had a health scare in 2004, but David is extremely healthy. He's rosy-cheeked and smiles a lot. He still has that power in his voice when he starts singing. I have to back off and leave him in front of the microphone, says Visconti. On Friday, David Bowie, a guitarist, had a hard time keeping the album a secret. David Bowie, a longtime guitarist, Earl Slick, admits it was no fun keeping quiet about the new album the next day. Bowie shocked fans by releasing a new single, Where Are We Now?, on his 66th birthday on Tuesday, and revealing details of his first studio work in a decade. Where Are We Now was released Tuesday, January 8th via the iTunes Store in 119 countries. The track comes from Bowie's forthcoming album, The Next Day, to be released on March 8th in Australia, March 12th in the United States, and March 11th in other countries. The album will be released as a 14-track standard, a 17-track deluxe version, and both are now available for pre-order on iTunes. The new album is themed on Bowie's time in Berlin. He is seen looking in on footage of the auto repair shop beneath the apartment he lived in a long time, with the stark images of the city at that time and a lyric constantly raising the question, where are we now? Again, this goes back to his early years in Berlin. Again, the Iron Curtain was up, so again, you had the east and west zones there. You had the communist area, so it may be a real apropos theme for the time now. Where are we now? How has it come along in the world as the Iron Curtain had fallen in 1989? So again, one of the biggest items in the rock news is that David Bowie's back. Also, Jimi Hendrix has a new track and some new material coming out. Keep your eyes and ears open. Now I want to get back to my guest, my marvelous guest, and see what kind of activity you guys want to do. You want to. Are you getting that energy up, Nicole?
Well, David, I got a lot going on, actually. Right now, I'm busy with my students. I'm up to about 28 right now, all ages.
Yeah.
So if you're out there looking,
Yep.
if you feel like, I can't find the right teacher for my child, I can't find the right teacher for myself, I challenge you to take one free lesson from me. You can call me at 727-698-7827. I'll give you one free lesson and show you how I do's it. If you don't like it, no hard feelings. You could be on your way. I teach guitar, piano, vocal, and drum lessons. So again, 727-698-7827. Holla at your girl. Holla. Okay.
And when I'm telling you, I don't like to take direction from anybody.
No, she does not. But she
I
listens.
I
She
take
listens.
direction from Nicole. I'm not kidding. When
Here-
it's time, I do. It's time. She's very, very good at what she does.
I've
She
heard a
really
lot
is.
of good feedback from her. She's jokes
Really
and
good at
giggles
what
right
she
now,
does.
but she's all business when it gets
Oh,
down to
yes.
teaching. So
This is true.
I've heard a lot of good stuff about that girl. So
Thank you, Steve.
that's why we keep her around.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm hilarious, A.
That too.
And then
yes.
B, I'm also really serious about the passion I have for teaching. I'm fine with being a teacher the rest of my life because I feel like that's my calling in life. If I don't make it on the big, music scene, I'm not doing festivals, that's fine. I'm made to teach people. So if you want to be taught well, come to me. That's all I'm saying. See-
And I'll talk a little bit more about
oh,
you.
please do. I love talking about me.
Hell,
That's my favorite time.
hell of a drummer.
Oh.
She broke Rick Lopez's drums last night at the Chrome Show. She broke them in the middle of Led Zeppelin's rock and roll.
Let me
And it
explain
was
myself.
amazing. I was there. I was actually singing. I was there singing. And yeah, because I do that.
Yeah,
And-
Wendy sings real well, actually.
She was actually playing to a level that I've never seen her play before. I got so excited that 2 times I just stepped off the stage and just walked over there and I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah. And then as she did that, when I wanted her to sing, the bass pedal slipped off to the side. Okay. I had nothing. It wasn't because I was hitting it hard. It just slipped. And for a second, I didn't have any foot action. But guess what? Covered it up. Show must go on. Fixed it
And it
real
was
quick
amazing.
and kept
It
it
was.
moving. That was
Right,
it.
man. That's the name of the game. And see, Nicole's mentioned teaching and the structure of teaching, lesson planning, and so forth, having it laid out. Then Wendy mentioned she doesn't like to be directed, and that is the essence of it. Having the structure that has to be in place, and then going out and reaching
There's a
other levels.
there's a-
You got to go out of it.
There's
to
a
find that
fine
level.
there's a fine balance of structure that you need to learn something and the ability to be free. A lot of times people want to get taught. They come to me, okay, can you teach me this, and that? I'm like, I want to teach you songs, I do, but you have to learn all the steps first to get to where you need to, if you want to be Jimi Hendrix, speaking of the best guitarist ever. You think he just started by, sitting down with a teacher one day and said, oh, could you teach me how to play Led Zeppelin song? Whatever Jimi Hendrix was listening to back in the day. It's a process. And if you don't have some structure, you're fooling yourself. And if you have too much structure, you're going to turn people off. So it's a fine balance. But as a musician, if you're too structured, especially out on a gig, if I would have panicked, if I panicked when the foot thing slipped off, you can't plan that stuff. I can't, cry about it in the middle of the show. You fix it, you move on. That's basically how
She
it
say
is.
panic?
Panic.
Widespread panic?
Panic.
Oh no.
Did I say it
Oh.
wrong? I talk funny. I'm from New York, people. I'm really sorry.
That's
I
okay.
I talk funny. So
We'll
what?
talk about it when we get in the car.
When we get in the car later on, get some coffee.
I know. I haven't
Where's
played
my
Vinny.
coffee,
Yeah.
David?
But yeah, I know.
Right, man. Where's the amenities here, man? There should be a beer cabinet up here. and
Can
there,
I just
you know.
give one shout out to Chrome real quick? So we kind of mulled
Uh-huh.
over. They,
Wow.
if you don't know about Chrome Rock Band, okay, if you haven't been to a live show recently, and you want to go somewhere and see a great rock show live, okay, of your favorite songs that are playing now and of past, go see Chrome because they put on a show like no other. The lead singer, hot, took off his shirt Saturday night. Hello,
We'll do a little shout out for Jesse Jinx.
Jesse Jinx.
Good Lord, have mercy. Listen, I do have some experience with Chrome.
Yeah,
A lot actually.
tell us about that experience.
Let's see, maybe about 6 months ago.
Yeah, what
about
happened?
6 months ago.
What had happened
I got
was-
a call from Rick Lopez. I didn't know him personally. A friend of mine, you may know who he is, Eric Anderson.
Hello.
Pasco boy.
Yes, he actually referred me over to Rick, and at that time, Jesse and Rich Valone, is the guitar player for Chrome, they got in a car accident. Well, Jesse almost died, and Rich pretty much saved his life.
That's right.
And when I had to fill in for them for several gigs because obviously Jesse was not able to sing even for a while after he got out of the hospital, and Rich was actually playing with broken ribs
Crazy.
too. So these guys are just, he was just putting it together at the time. And, we felt some bumps, and, I was actually put in that spot because of what I am and who what I do. And I'm a band leader, and Jesse came back, and I didn't see him for a few months because obviously, we're busy doing our thing. And I came back and to sing with them for a little bit, just to come up there and see what was happening. And let me tell you something. Phew.
What a show. Amazing.
I was just like, these guys, they improved. I'm telling you, they're one of the best bands around right now, Pinellas and Pasco.
Rick Lopez, my drum uncle, I love you.
Last
Thank
night
you.
we had everybody. Russell was playing bass. Both Carrie and Rich were playing guitar last night, and it was on.
I heard that show was dynamite.
Oh,
Yep,
God.
it was on, and I did maybe like 5 or 6 songs, and we had a great time, man. We just had a good time. I mean, this is just part of that musician family.
Cool,
It's
cool,
that
cool.
camaraderie, good stuff.
I made Rick cookies. That's how tight we are. That's all I'm saying. For
Right?
Christmas, yeah, I bake too. All right. I
She
teach
did.
all those
You're such
instruments.
a suck up, Nicole.
I'm hilarious, and I bake cookies for people. So what?
Where's my cookies?
What's the big deal? I gave you cookies.
I eat
yeah, she did.
tacos. Where's my tacos?
I'll give you a taco. You little.
She made me some of this
Speaking of little
vegetarian
tacos, I want
lasagna
to say
stuff.
what's
I don't
up
know what it
to
was.
Keller and Carson, my little tacos at
Tasted
home.
like
What's
baby
up?
food.
You didn't even taste it.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, we're getting off topic
Oh,
here.
that's cool, man. Everybody, yes.
Going back to some of my events up at Quaker State.
Yeah.
Where
Are
Not
you going
only-
to talk about that?
Not only are we doing the bike night for Full Tilt and for Tongue and Groove, but we also got a ride to the rescue for the Pugs, which is going to be out there, and that is February 10th. We got lots of sponsors, lots of vendors out there, so if you're interested in being a vendor, please let me know. I got a girl working strictly on getting vendors. We got about 20 of them right now, so this is going to be a pretty big show. Full Tilt, of course, 60s, 70s band will be playing. Lots of raffles, 50-50s, lots of things to give away. We're even going to have the pug dogs out there. So
Heyo.
even if I think somebody's having their birthday party out there for their 5-year-old kid just because we're going to have the pugs out there. So
Oh, wow.
we're pretty excited about that. So
Any volunteer pooper scoopers, please contact Steve Hernandez at Tampa.
if you sell Glad trash bags, it might be a good way to sell them.
I'll actually give you some grocery bags before you go to that show. You're gonna need them.
That
Pugs
was-
like to poop.
I thought that's where you came in.
I-
You're going to
oh,
help me out.
Steve,
You're
if
not
you-
going to
Just
I thought we
say
were
the
tight.
word. Just say the word. I will help you.
scoop.
Scoop. And I'll say scoop every time I do it.
We'll bring
Okay,
Lexi.
cool.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm also got I got
Shout
a
out
fake
to Lexi.
fest. So I got what a fake fest is. It's going to be a Quaker. I got 4 bands playing. The first band is going to be Crossroads, which is an Eric Clapton cover band,
Nice.
tribute band. Then I have Doors of Perception, which is a Doors tribute band. Then I have Tomorrow's Dream, which is a Black Sabbath tribute band. And then
It's who they
Pearl,
rock.
which is Wendy and I's latest project, is a Janis Joplin
Hot.
tribute band. So that's going to be lots of vendors out there and lots of people floating around. Definitely going to be a bike event if you want to bring your bike out. Going to be a muscle car event as well. Bring your best rides out. We're going to start it at 2:00, March 2nd. We moved it back a month, and we're actually extending the day to make it an all-day thing. I'm
Sweet.
really looking
I'm gonna
forward
be
to that.
tired.
So it's going to be it's
That's
fun.
gonna be
Don't-
awesome.
There'll be coffee there, I'm sure.
Yeah, we'll
right?
have
Yes,
plenty of
they will.
coffee.
Plenty of
Coffee.
coffee. Okay, good.
Yeah, so that we got some good things. Full Tilt, I tell you, David, we're really blowing up. That's my 60s, 70s band. Not only are we playing every third Friday for Front Porch in Tampa, we're picking up dates. We got in April we'll be out in where is that? Clearwater, Largo actually, at the Bent Elbow. We're gonna be there, and probably good chance we'll be there every second Friday of the month. So once we nail that down and we get the approval, then we'll be there every second Friday of the month. We're also going to be out at Paradise Lakes.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know if you've ever been out to Paradise Lakes, but the clothing is optional. So
Hey.
if you want some
Wait a
adult fun,
Goddamn second. What did you
if
just
you
say?
want some adult fun, come
yeah.
out in 60s, 70s, and by then it'll be nice and warm. And no, we're not going to have a weenie roast out there, though. We're just going to be
Sausage
out there
party.
playing some jams. So we're looking at that. We're branching out. We got some dates that we're working on in Sarasota. A lot of good music down there. So a lot of great venues down there. So as soon as we get our way in down there, I'll let y'all know. Just look it up. Full Tilt Tampa Full Tilt Florida FL at .com. What is it? We just got that website up.
FullTiltTampa.com.
FullTiltTampa.com. I want to thank my bass player George for doing that.
George Hanlon.
He did awesome
Shout
work.
out.
Shout out. He created our website and really has taken it to another level. You can get on there, actually listen to our music, listen to our shows, see some of our shows in action on video, and obviously see the calendar and see everywhere where we're playing. So thanks a lot, George, for stepping up to the plate, not only musically but how do you say that?
Technologically.
Thank you, baby. That's why
You're
she's my
welcome.
partner
Oh
here.
my gosh.
Yes.
Oh, David, you know
Yeah.
what? Had a little bit of stuff going on this morning it's a Sunday, right?
Mhm.
Okay.
It's been a long day.
You know what that is.
I'd like to give a shout out to Jane McKee. Love her to death. Tongue and Groove will be playing at Gators on April 6th. That is the evening slot at 9:30.
Hey.
Yes. And look out for us also at, what's the name of that place? Hogan's Beach?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
Hulk
okay.
Hogan's place,
Mhm,
right?
yeah.
That's
We're going to
cool.
be doing a few dates there on Saturday afternoons. So
All right,
Oh,
brother.
yeah,
Take a peek
yeah. I can dig
at-
that.
Oh my.
take a peek at tngband.homestead.com.
All right, brother.
Sponsored by Tom Gaskins Designs. That's right.
That's
Mhm,
right.
mhm.
He does some good stuff too.
Yes, he does.
All right, we've got Steve Hernandez, Tampa Bay Sound and Production. Wendy LaForce, the great diva on the Tampa Bay era. And Nicole Cagnato.
Hey,
Oh, yeah. the
vowels
great-
are our friends.
Music
Vowels
teacher,
are
yeah.
our friends.
All right, that sounds like commercial time, man. I tell you, I do that. That sounds like a New York commercial.
Listen,
scene.
if you ever need a jingle written,
You know it. You know it.
Yeah.
You know,
Right
that's
there.
got the sound to it too. You know.
She writes all my music, by the way. She's like, you have no idea how talented she is. Unbelievable.
Talent. Hey,
Talent.
that's the clue word. Anybody want to do a live? Got a mic set up, and you got a guitar.
oh, do you want me to play something? Is that what you're saying?
Again,
Nicole,
it's
I'd
up
love
to
for you
you,
to
man.
play
I guess
something.
anytime I
Do
get
you
in here,
have
man.
you have a pick? Can I grab that pick out of your guitar, dude?
Oh yeah, man. Sure.
All right.
You know,
Please hold.
anything's
Talk-
up there. I got
talk
I got a new
amongst
pick.
yourselves.
Talk amongst yourself. Here's a topic.
Here's the topic. Wendy LaForce. I've got lots to say.
Wendy LaForce, go.
Okay. Yeah, so we talked about that. We're going to be doing a couple dates at Gators, and we're going to be doing some stuff at Hogan's Beach. Let's see. I did tell you about that I'm working full-time in the Starlight Sapphire, right? If you'd like to know any information about that, it's starlightdiningcruises.com. We're running Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Daytime cruise on Sundays also, which is nice. And part of that's narrated. And I am also the cruise director, so you will see me in just not singing, but also taking care of things that are going on before we board. And the boat carries up to 150 people. It is a yacht, and it is very lovely. You should come on sometime. Oh, hello.
Nothing's happening. Just continue.
And we haven't even actually done our grand opening yet. We will do that with an advertising push and weddings, private charters, parties. We specialize in that. It's good stuff. Boat's
I've
brand
heard-
new. It's
I've
amazing.
been on the
on the
was on the
Princess?
old one,
On the Princess?
and I have
Mhm.
seen the new one. And I tell you, I was quite impressed with the atmosphere and just getting on the boat, cruising out, listening to some beautiful tunes, and eating some good dinner. I mean, man, it's just the atmosphere is great.
Yeah, watch what you eat out there on those boats, man. Especially going on those fishing boats, man. People get all, there's all kinds of folks out there. And Wendy's the cruise director, man. She's gonna take care of that. I can imagine that.
We
How
might
do you-
have
Some of those
80s.
boats you want to kick them off over the side. Yeah.
I have a real question. How do I if I don't know if you just
You can
mentioned
double
it.
mic it.
Oh no, I was gonna say, how do you say if I want to go on that? Did you just mention that? How do I get on that cruise?
StarlightDiningCruises.com. And also, I don't have the phone number in my head,
Okay.
but I'd put it all over my websites so you can call.
Just
but
checking.
look at StarlightCruises.com, and that would be the Starlight Sapphire.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We also have the Starlight Majesty out of Clearwater, and we have a couple other boats too. You can find them right on their website.
Sounds like a hell of a good time.
All right.
Y'all making me hungry.
I'm kind of hungry.
I'm hungry for
Don't you
some
feed me
music.
with
What you
some
got,
music?
Nicole?
Well, I got some original tunes. I was in a band called First Line Escape, which I plan on resurrecting as soon as I find some members, but transitions happen, whatever. But anyway, this song is called That's the Way It Goes. It's basically a song that just says, you know what? Stop trying to control everything. Just let things happen. Because guess what, people? That's the way it goes. I hope you like it. Sometimes life is not what it's supposed to be. You can't always see what you were meant to see, but that's the way it goes. 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 It's hard to live each day, staying in control. There's no telling when it will come. There's no way to know, but that's the way it goes. 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 The future no one knows. Your path is what you chose. So that's the way it goes. I said, that's the way it goes. What you say? That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. One more. That's where it gets angry. No, it doesn't. I'm just kidding. Learn to relax. It's a skill. Let your true colors show. Love your friends. Laugh at disaster. Sing like no one knows. But that's the way it goes. 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 Yeah.
my girl, Nicole Cognato.
Kind of got lost for a second
I
there,
know.
folks. I got lost.
You know, that's a
To the
perfect
moon.
example of lyric repetition done in variations, melody-wise.
Easy to sing to. That's my goal. when I
You'll be
saw
hearing that on the Wendy the Force project. I'm
and-
just saying.
And it gives you a sense of a mantra. You know, even the mantra sound of the repetition is a relaxing condition there. So it's a very interesting songwriting technique. So thank you.
Thank you. I actually went to school for literacy education, so I
Oh, man.
consider myself a
You should have
writer.
been down at Ybor last night. You'd have loved all the writers down there, man.
Yeah.
Will you tell them what I'm going to go with you this month at the end of the month? What am I doing with you this? I just remembered.
January 31st, as I play a little D chord for you people. January 31st, I once a month go out to the VA rehab center out in Tampa. I teach lessons to a wonderful group of gentlemen out there. And on January 31st, we'll be doing a talent showcase that I will be running. And we have a few members from the hospital that are going to be performing things like poetry, original songs. I'm going to be playing, and the one and only Wendy La Force will be doing some songs for them because it's going to be an awesome party. It's way out there on exit 52 off Fletcher Avenue. I don't know if you live out there, but if you want to go see a free show of talented veterans that served you and me and everybody you know, come on down and you can check out a free show and hear me sing and Wendy sing, and maybe
I'm pumped.
Maybe I'll give you a donut. I don't know.
I'm pumped to
That's
get
nice.
back to Hillsboro, man. It's been a while.
We're gonna trek out. It's actually from 10 a.m. till like noon, so it's kind of early. But for you early birds that want to see some, good old fashioned, good old America music,
This is America.
I love America. Come on down. But that's something I like to. Like I said, teaching is a passion of mine, and whether you're 5 or 95, I will teach you. I will play music for you, and I will teach you how to create and express yourself, no matter what level you are.
I think I might have to bring my guitar with me. I might be
Wendy wants to.
so inclined to play a little bit in public.
Ooh.
You know, I'm glad she
I
mentioned
play a
that.
little bass too, you know.
There's a
Guitar
song.
play?
Oh, yeah.
See, it's funny you say that, Wendy. I don't know if we have time for another song, but there's a song
Oh, yeah.
that Wendy and I were working on. It's called "No Shame in My Game," and I mentioned
We're gonna save that debut for the record. I'm good.
as I mentioned earlier this week, I might want to sing it, and you probably should sing it
You
too.
could sing it. I might sing a little bit of it.
You know, one thing you mentioned, working with the veterans and
Yes,
that.
very
Last
important.
Saturday at the Hard Rock, we had the Wilson van there, and they were auctioning things. I'm picking up a flag that was in Fallujah in a Marine battalion that I won, and it had to do with www.hopeforthewarriors.org, where Americans are contributing funds, finances to families directly of the veterans that have been disabled, combat wounded. So, Wilson Van put on a concert there. Amazing. Mark Wilson, Paul Wilson, Philip Wilson, amazing people. I know I've got a picture with Mark, man. He's a great lead guitar player besides being an anchor on Fox 13. So, there's a lot of things happening out there for the veterans that we certainly didn't have when we came back from Vietnam. So, I'm just so glad America's tone has changed. And we're looking at things a different way to help the folks that came back instead of just taking your uniform off so you don't get spit on. So getting back there, that's www.hopeforthewarriors.org. Thank you for that.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was like one of the best segues I've ever heard in my life. That was amazing. Good job. So do you want to do the song or do you want to do something else? Because Steve, he's a drummer.
Steve might sing.
I don't know if you guys know this.
Negative. No
Not
singing
negative.
here.
Goes right to the
I don't know
batter's
if you-
full.
I don't know if you
Way
guys
full.
know Steve Hernandez. Not only does he, run your wedding and make amazing
your
sound,
sound.
run your sound. He does so many things. He is also a phenomenal drummer. I like to call him my drum uncle. Hey, that means I
Hey.
get birthday gifts from you. But anyway, he's a great drummer, and he's going to. You want to do a little beat on the back of a guitar?
Sure.
Think you
I
want to
can,
do it?
I can maybe do it on this desk here.
All right, let's see. Can you hear that? Oh,
Is there a lot of
That's a
echo
little
on that?
bit loud. Yeah, I'm not thinking.
It's live,
so.
baby. Raw and uncut. We love it this way. People get into it.
raw and uncut.
You bet. And that's the way to go, man. That's what makes the men from the whatever,
Separates the men from the ladies.
not even. I'd rather integrate.
Make him into one. All right, so
The oneness, baby.
So I have this guitar
So-
backwards on purpose.
this is so he's gonna do a little beat. It's kind of a that's amazing. So did I tell you what it was? So he's got it. See? 2 seconds. All right, this song is called Frozen. This is about a darker side of Nicole. So I hope you enjoy it. Don't tell my mom. She hates this song so man. Turn on my mic. I'm just kidding. I know I've been disinterested, made you cry on several instances. Every night I wake up in cold sweats. Warming up seems hopeless, so I sit alone and think to myself, somewhere I lost a piece of myself. Yeah, I swear I lost a piece of myself, and it feels like I'm freezing to death. I know I've been cold. Lately, I've been a real a-hole. I know I've been wrong. Don't know what I've been on. I'm so cold. I'm so cold. Yeah, you can cut me open and find my heart frozen. Yeah, he's killing that beat. My heart frozen. Yeah. My heart frozen, yeah. I know I've been distant and I haven't took the time to listen. For instance, when you call me at night or in the morning, you just wanna talk and I act like you're wrong when your heart is throbbing. But darling, I'm sorry, my heart is frozen. Gotta find a way to thaw it. It's a problem and I know it. Gotta find a way to fix it. I feel I'm about to blow it. Oh, I know I've been cold. Lately, I've been a real asshole. Sorry, I know I've been wrong. Don't know what I've been on. I'm so cold. I'm so cold. Yeah, you can cut me open and find my heart frozen. Yeah. You didn't know I was a rapper, did you? Boom.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
That's my
First time I'd
job.
heard
Nice
that one.
beat there, yeah.
That was.
It sounded like a bongo over there, you know?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Actually, when you hear that track, it's
very hard
Very
rock.
hard. It's very hard. It's good stuff.
That's cool. That's
It's
real
real
groovy.
good stuff.
Well, here, while we're getting to the end of the show, I just want to remind everybody I am also a DJ. If anybody out there knows anybody getting married, I do a phenomenal job as helping out with the wedding planner, as well as creating a beautiful musical environment. Let me be the icing on the cake. My name is Steve-O with Tampa Bay Sound and Production, TampaBaySoundandProduction.com. I also do private parties, 80s night, bright and tight 80s nights.
Starting March what?
March 6th.
6th.
It's every Wednesday in March.
Nice.
I'll be out at Jack's Joint off 60. So I do all kinds of fun stuff like that. I just did down at Reds on the Boulevard. I was there for New Year's, and I brought my djembe drums in there, and I was hired to DJ, and so I started DJing, and then everybody started to feel the spirits, and so I broke out. I mic'd up my drum and I played to some Santana, and the place erupted. It was great. It was just something different that no one else is doing around here. And then I left the drum out there, and it was amazing at all the people just curious, and some people knew what they were doing, and they would hear a good song. Not only were they dancing, they were coming up and playing music. So, we're trying to do things that are outside the box.
You
here.
know, man.
Mhm.
Just picking
So
up the
it's all
vibes
good.
in that. You know, that's
Yeah.
where it's out of the structure and going into a higher level. And when
That's
they
It's the only way to do it. You
Yeah.
have to be able to step out of your comfort zone
Yep.
and just do it.
Mhm.
That's the only way.
anything else you want to promo as your cruise and that, taking
I
care of
gave you my
everybody on that?
cruise. I
Yeah.
gave you my cruise.
Bike
I'm there
night.
Wednesday, Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. Like I said, StarlightDiningCruises.com. But Tongue and Groove will be at
Bike
Quaker
night,
Steak Bike
Quaker
Night
Steak.
this Wednesday, 6:30 to 10. It's going to be really, really special because we're not going to have very many gigs because I'm too busy on the boat. Next time we're going to be playing is going to be April 6th at Gators. So it's going to be a really good show, and I have amazing musicians. Chris Epienza on lead guitar, Rex Bruce on drums, And the phenomenal Mark Hall on bass.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Tug and Groove. If y'all have not caught that act, go check it out.
tngband.homestead.com.
And Nicole, quickly, we've got about less than a minute.
Quickly, if you need any kind of music lesson or lessons in life, let's be real. 727-698-7827 for all your musical needs. Holla.
All right, we've got Steve Hernandez, Wendy LaForest, and Nicole Cagnato on David J. Rocks the J radio show here on Rock Slam Radio. Proud to be part of the Talkwa network here. Thank you, Adam, for sound work back there. And we have some great live music and a lot of local and world happenings all around. People have a great evening tonight on Sunday. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. And we're going to be knocking on heaven's door in just a moment.
Mama put my guns in the ground. I can't shoot them anymore.